All right, it looks like we are live, guys. Welcome. We will be starting in just a second. Let everybody get here. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful holiday season. I think that this is kind of a fun idea that I had. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys have time for it. If not, there is always the replay, so you guys can always catch up after the fact. So yeah, I'm glad that you guys are here, and I hope that we can have some fun today. For those of you that are new, before we get started, go ahead and say hello in the chat box, and you probably want to log in. I guess signing in through Facebook is probably the fastest and easiest way to sign in. I'll say or log in and say hello here to you guys. For those of you that might be watching on Google Plus or on YouTube, welcome. We're glad that you're here also. We have a chat on the website, CakeFu.com. And if you go over to CakeFu.com, you will be able to find that chat box and be able to ask questions throughout the training. So yeah, I hope this is fun for you guys. I have some really fun Christmas ideas, Christmas cake decorating ideas. And I wanted to get them out there and share with you guys. And I thought about recording a bunch of videos, but then I thought, oh, but then there's all the editing and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, let's just do something live. Let's do something fun and interactive and a bunch of them. So yeah, I think this should be really fun. I'll type a message to you guys really fast, and then we will do an official start. And if you can't see me, press your screen. Okay. All right, we will go ahead and do an official start and get right into it. This is a shorter video, so shorter training, so we're going to hurry through this, and I think it should be, yeah, I think it should work out. I'll try and get through it fast. I know I can be kind of slow sometimes, and especially when I'm talking and explaining things. So anyway. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our CakeFu Masters series. I am Amelia Carbine, and welcome. We're glad that you're here. And I wanted to do something fun for you guys for Christmas. I thought it would be fun to do something, different than we've done before. We have our hour-long trainings. We have people that come in and teach really great things, and they're really wonderful trainings. And if you haven't seen any up to this point, I highly recommend them. Otherwise, if you're here for, the 100th time, we're glad that you're here too. And this should be kind of a little bit different. We're going a little bit shorter today, and it should be fun. We should be having, I'll try and get through my project in the 15 to 20 minute time frame that I said I would. So we're gonna just jump right into it. Today I have this super cute, I have to show you guys. See that? It's just, a Christmas bow. And it's made out of wafer paper. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make this cute Christmas gift wafer paper bow. Perfect for, just a, square tiered cake or a hat box looking cake, or even on top of a cupcake. I think that would be really fun and festive. So, or, a little mini cake, really fun. So we're going to break it down and show you guys how to make this out of wafer paper. And okay, before I start showing you all of this, I have to say, I'm sure I'm not the first person to do this out of wafer paper. And if somebody has, then I don't know who you are, but regardless, this is something that has been done with paper, with ribbon for years and years and years. So This is just my take on it. This is how I, want to show you guys how to do this. So, okay, I'm going to switch camera angles here, and we will show you guys our little setup here. Okay. All right, so we're going to start off, obviously, with some wafer paper. I'm sorry. Another reason why, just to add this in here, another reason why I decided to do just short videos is that I have a cold, and I don't want to be hacking away in the middle of a training, especially when it's an hour long. So hopefully I'll make it through just 15, 20 minutes. Okay. All right, so we have our wafer paper here, and this is, I believe it's Chef Rubber, it is. It's Chef Rubber where I got this. So it's a really great wafer paper. There is wafer paper out there now that not only is it colored, but it is flavored also. I know that Icing Images sells it. I think I might have heard of one other company, but I can't remember the name of them. They sent me a sample at one point, and I am terrible because I didn't ever mention them. So I'll have to go and dig through my stuff and figure out who that was that sent the flavored wafer paper. So anyway, here we go. We are going to just cut little strips of our wafer paper. So here, I'll try and do this so that you guys can see. So the measurements, they don't have to be exact, but I would recommend doing about 3/4 of an inch wide by about 8 to 9 inches long. So you can do the exact measurements and all of that. What I did was I just measured 1 to start with, just like this one right here. I measured 1 to start with, and then I don't know if you guys can see that with all of the contrast of everything. So, okay, so I started off with 1, and then just added on, or I took that and used it as a template for the width of it. And that's how I got my measurements. And then also I have to tell you, I'm cutting this on top of more wafer paper. Somewhere in all of my stuff, I have one of those self-healing mats, and it's packed away somewhere and I can't find it. So I highly recommend having a self-healing mat. Otherwise, maybe some of your cake board, or foam core, something like that. But you definitely don't want to be doing it on top of, a permanent surface, unless maybe granite. I don't know. I wouldn't risk it on granite personally. Get a self-healing mat, and definitely not on one of your rolling mats, because then you're going to have cuts all over in your rolling mat. So what I'm using is a blade, just an X-Acto knife, and you can use a razor blade if you want. I know some people use scalpels. This is just my instrument of choice. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this really fast, and we'll just go all the way down. Start. And a ruler is a good way to get a nice straight line. There you go. There you have your strips. They're extra long, and so I've just cut mine down into about 8 inch. These are, I think, 8.5 inch. Okay, so we have that. I'll move this over to this side. Okay, so now I just get to start assembling. It's really pretty simple and straightforward. It's really not a difficult project at all. So, which is really nice, because we like those, right? Okay, so what we have here is our strip. So what we need to do with this strip, we need to fold it so that it's going to make the little loopies thingies. So we've got one here. We're going to take both sides and fold them into the middle. But we're not just going to, like this. We're going to take them from this corner right here. We're going to move it out and around until it reaches the middle. See, like that. So you've got kind of a, the pink ribbons for cancer awareness kind of a thing. That's basically what you do. So, And then I like to get it all, shaped before I glue it down, because I'm kind of, I don't know, perfectionist that way. I don't know. All right, so then you take the other one and you do the same thing. We're just gonna take that and kind of move it over to the side, just kind of fold it over to the side until it loops around and makes a little ribbon effect. So what you have in the end, make that so that there's that way. Okay. So what we have in the end is a kind of an 8 shape. Both of the ends curl in towards each other. And that's what we've got. So now what I'm going to do is I've got to glue it down. And so what I have is some piping gel. You could use corn syrup if you want. Water would work, but be really careful if you do choose to use water. Just the slightest bit of water is going to make this melt. So I highly recommend using something other than water. But yeah, I would use like a gum glue, or you can use this piping gel. Piping gel is probably the best way to go, or corn syrup. So, okay, so now we have that. I've let go of the top half, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just paint the piping gel. I'm going to say corn syrup now. The piping gel onto that area right there. Okay, and I'm going to take that and set it back down. And then I'll let go of the other side and do the same thing to the other side. Okay. And then glue that down. Okay. And then you could sit here and hold this for a while until it dries enough that it's not going to kind of pop open and let go of itself. But here's your cheat. use a clothespin. You could use, those like paper clip things, the little clippy things. I don't know what they're called, the clamps. Not a paper clip, because you'll end up digging into wafer paper, but the little clampy paper clamp things. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, but there you go. That's our first one. We're going to end up doing, I'm going to pull out a bunch of these clothespins, and we're going to end up doing about 6, 8. You can go anywhere from like 5 to 8 or 9, depending on how full you want it to be. I like to go around 6, just because I think it's a good fullness. If you want to make these smaller, that is possible. It's a little more difficult to work with the wafer paper the smaller you get, because the wafer paper is, it's not really all that flexible, but it's, flexible enough. But once you get smaller and smaller, you have to be really, really careful, or else your wafer paper is going to start to crack. So yeah. All right, so while I do this, I am so sorry, I did not turn my phone to silent. Hang on a minute. Okay. Yeah, that was, oops. All right, so while I do that, if you guys have any questions for me so far, or, just want to say hi to me, you can go ahead and write that on the chat, because I'm watching right now. Okay. And I'm just going to try and throw these together fast. I usually am more precise than this. And yeah. But today we're just going to hurry through it. And it'll still look great. Because really, the thing about this bow is it's not meant to be, absolutely perfect. It's just meant to have that. There's so many of them, too, that they all kind of just get lost in the shuffle. And the overall presentation makes all the difference, so it's not something that you have to really worry about. Okay. All right. Someone says, that's a great idea. Thank you. I thought it was fun. I thought, you know, let's do something that everyone can use to put on a cake somewhere. It really doesn't, I mean, anything Christmas related, you could almost use this on. So I love it. I think it's so cute. Okay, 2 more. And also, okay, you guys, I wanted to let you guys know that I am going to be doing kind of an extended training of sorts on, I haven't decided the date yet. This was kind of like a, because I kept thinking of all of these different ideas and all of these, you know, upgrades that you can make to this bow and to all these other wafer paper ideas that I had for Christmas. And, you know, also, you know, the other things that are coming up throughout the week. I just keep thinking of more and more and more. And so I just thought, you know what, I should do like an extended something and offer it to you guys. So I'm not sure when. I'm thinking either maybe we'll do Saturday afternoon. No, you guys have parties then. I don't know. It's a good day, guys. Maybe, can you tell this is last minute idea? Let's see. Maybe Monday or Tuesday. I know that Wednesday is Christmas Eve, so we absolutely won't do it then. But maybe Monday or Tuesday we can do an extended version of this. And I'll go into major details because I had so many amazing ideas for this that I just thought, oh, they just have to be out there. So, and of course it would be a paid class, and I'll decide on the cost of that also. If you come back tomorrow, I'll have all the details. How about that? I'll have all the details and the place for you to sign up and all of that stuff. Okay, so make sure while you're doing this that you have, well, someone says you may be able to fashion that into a fantasy succulent. That's kind of a fun idea. You probably could if you tighten it up enough. I think that might be cool. Okay, so a damp rag, get all of that sticky stuff off of you. And then I always have a dry rag with me also. Paper towels work also. I know that in some places, like in the state of Utah, the cottage industry, as far as food safety regulations go, you actually can't have, oh, my nice cord in the way. You actually can't have rags while you're working on cakes. You can't have them around. So, and it's just a, you know, laundry safe thing. So paper towels definitely work just as well. Okay, so now that we've got our little pieces made here, now it's just time to assemble. And the assembly is super easy too. And we can have that done in the next 3 minutes, like I promised. So hopefully they all stick together and they're, you know, set up enough. They should be. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna do a row of 3. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit of the piping gel right in the center. Make sure you get enough, but not too much. You know, not enough and it's not gonna stick. Too much and it's gonna be goopy and, you know, come apart. So we're gonna do it just like that. And then the next one, we'll add in another little dab of our piping gel, and we'll set that one on top of that. So it makes kind of a little snowflake shape kind of a thing because there's 6 of them, okay? So split it into equal, there you go. Can you see that? So far, looking good, right? Isn't this fast and easy? It really is. If I wasn't talking, I'd have this done by now. Of course, there is the setting up time, but if you're making a bunch of these, you know, by the time you have one set up, you're ready to move on to the next. You know, you're ready to assemble. You make or put all these together, put another set together. By the time you're done with this second set of little ribbons, you've got this first set ready to assemble. So, I mean, it's really, really, really easy. Okay. And then put one more here. And this time I'm just kind of sticking them wherever. I'm kind of doing crisscross, you know, instead of doing another row of 3, I'm doing kind of one here and then one across from itself. And then we'll stick the other one just right in the center. And that last one needs to fold up quite a bit so that it, you know, all comes together. So we're going to stick that in there. And you're just going to kind of work it so that it kind of folds in on itself. That's a little bit more difficult to do with wafer paper because there is the risk of it breaking, especially if you're in a dry area. But it's not that difficult to do. Okay, so there you go. That is our bow. Isn't that so fun? Just cute little bow, perfect little decoration for lots of things. And like I said, I have so many ideas for this. It's yeah, so I really do want to share all of that with you. Plus I have kind of a snowflake idea, a Christmas wreath idea, and like a poinsettia, all made out of wafer paper. And I think what I'll do is I'll add in whatever I'm doing tomorrow, which is going to be really fun. It's going to be just a little sculpted little character, and I'll add on to that also, add that into, so everything that I teach throughout the 6 days, which covers a lot of different things, I will add, let me put my face back up here. I will add that into what we're going to be talking about on the extended, you know, version. So anyway, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this idea, and quick fun, 20 minutes. You could make it in 10 or less. It's really, you know, really simple. One thing I do have to tell you that once you get this all put together, if you just set it down and leave it, it might just pop apart, which it just did on me. So what you'll want to do is leave it on your surface, take a paintbrush or whatever, and just kind of hold it down for a little bit. And that will, you know, just until it sticks enough that you can let go and it won't fall apart. So there you go. Thank you guys for coming, and come back tomorrow. We'll have something else really fun. And Merry Christmas. Bye.